University of Saskatchewan, and I'm a therapy dog handler with the St. John's Ambulance Therapy Dog Program, which we have on the U of S campus. And with me today, I have Annabelle. She's a 9-year-old bulldog, and she's been doing therapy dog work since she was just over 1. And we also have Kisbey here, and she's going to be 13. She's a boxer. You can see her beautiful gray face. She'll be 13 in September, and she's actually semi-retired right before COVID hit us. And yeah, so being online kind of gave her a means to still be doing her therapy dog work. You guys want a cookie? Okay. So we're in Treaty 6 territory here in Saskatoon today, and the homeland of the Métis. The therapy dog program at the University of Saskatchewan is called Pause Your Stress, and we do this in partnership again with the St. John's Ambulance Therapy Dog Program. And we have transitioned our program online, and we are sharing and learning how the therapy dogs are staying healthy during the pandemic, and we're trying to share that with individuals. So we're kind of turning it around, and we're learning from the dogs. Our team is super excited today to be able to release an evidence-based information poster that we developed in partnership with the Canadian Centre on Substance Use and Addiction. Are you going somewhere, Kizzy? And the Mental Health Commission of Canada. For many of us, COVID-19 has been a time where we increased our stress and our anxiety as well. And in some cases, that's even including an increase in substance use as a way to cope. So what our poster highlights is the connection between animals and humans and how this can help reduce stress and anxiety for humans during the pandemic. For example, the highlight on the poster is that ccsa led a study a few years ago on recovery, and we found that 88% of Canadians identified the relationship with an animal or a pet as an important support in their recovery from addictions. And that connection goes both ways. It's the humans with the pets, but it's also our pets or our companion animals with us. We have that connection together. So I'm going to show you the poster. Is that okay, Kizzy? I'm going to show you the poster here. And you can find it online at therapydogs.ca. And you can see there's activities suggested that you can do with your dog. Hopefully you can see this, maybe not. Things like you'll see Almond, the therapy dog, going for a ride on our videos that are on this website. And you can see Annabelle, she brings out her skateboard as a hobby, and going back to hobbies that we like. Those are really important things to do in times of stress like now. There's also tips on the poster about if you are using substances to follow the low-risk drinking guidelines, the low-risk cannabis guidelines, and maybe most important is to reach out for help and assistance if you feel like you need that. The Wellness Together portal is a great place to do that for information, evidence-based information, and we have that on our website, again, therapydogs.ca. So I just want to, because I'm a researcher, and that's what we do in our office, I just want to highlight a couple of things that the research is telling us right now about pets being really important to us in the pandemic. You want a cookie, Kizzy? Hey, right here. Good girl. Yeah, so there was a U.S. survey, and they found that individuals were finding comfort from their animals, they were feeling less lonely, and they're actually being more active too, even if it's cleaning out the cat box, right? That's what they were finding in that survey. And for me, living with animals always makes me smile. So they always bring a smile. They're always doing something funny. We also know that other than our companion pets, animals like Kisbey here and Annabelle, who are therapy dogs, they're really important too. And our team at the University of Saskatchewan has been doing a lot of research with different populations, and this ranges from university students through to prisoners, all types of information or populations. And we find that therapy dogs offer comfort, support, and love to individuals. And now that we've transitioned online, which is something we weren't thinking of doing, but because of the pandemic we are, we're seeing really positive and preliminary promising results. So if you have looked at us online at some of the videos and the tips that the dogs are sharing with their human handlers, our survey closes on Friday. Hey, Kizzy. Camera shy, maybe. Our survey closes on Friday. If you are interested in having a look, we have a great prize. It's a pillow with your favorite therapy dog, or with your own dog on the pillow from the Pillow Shop in Toronto. So if you do want to have a look at what our videos are online, Kisbey just left, gone. She doesn't want to be, and that's okay. So we still got Annabelle here. Yeah, so have a look and do fill out the survey if you have the time. We've also seen in the US surveys that humans are viewing their pets in a changing way. And this is really exciting in that people are recognizing that their bonds are becoming stronger with their pets. And maybe a good example of that right now is with people wondering about, as some are returning to work, if they were working at home, as they're returning to work, considering what's the impact of this on our pets, right? They're so used to having us at home. So yeah, that's really nice to see. But in addition to all this research that we do on our team and with lots and lots of different people and community partners like St. John's Ambulance and the Canadian Centre on Substance Use and Addiction, we also have lots of stories. Lots of stories about the human-animal bond, and I'm sure lots of people have their own to share as well. And I'm going to share one specific to Annabelle the therapy dog, and this is from our book. It's called, the St. John's Ambulance book came out a couple years ago to commemorate their anniversary, called Sharing the Love. Sorry if I'm not right in the camera, because our camera broke right before we were supposed to do this, and we kind of got a makeshift one going on here. So let's see, it's Sharing the Love. I'm going to read Annabelle's story, because Annabelle contributed here with me, right? And I want to share this story. It's only 2.5 pages, because it really shares about the reciprocity of the relationship between humans and their animals. So it really is this back and forth relationship that we have, and that's what makes it healthy for both of us. So this story is written from Annabelle's point of view. So it's called Annabelle and Colleen. You want to look at it? Yeah? Okay. Hello, my name is Annabelle, and I'm a St. John's Ambulance therapy dog. I think I'm the only bulldog in the program in Saskatoon. I am 6 years old, and I've been volunteering since I was 1.5 years old with my human handler, Colleen. So far, we've had great adventures together. Colleen works at the University of Saskatchewan and studies the human-animal bond. So, in addition to our many volunteer commitments with the St. John's Ambulance Therapy Dog Program, we have had the opportunity to travel around North America to learn about other therapy dog programs. What I want to tell you about here, however, is our very first adventure together. That is our first visit. Hey, Kizzy, you want to come back? Come on, Kiz. She may be a little jealous because this story isn't about her. Kizzy, will you come for a cookie? Come on, up, up. That's okay, whatever Kisbey wants to do. So Colleen was nervous, I could tell on that first visit. In fact, I could smell it, because that's a skill that I have as a dog. When we arrived at the Senior Living Center, about 12 residents were sitting in a circle. Do you want a cookie? Colleen was trying to remember all of the things we were supposed to do when visiting, like making sure people wash their hands. Kind of relevant today too. But I don't have to remember a thing because I just knew what to do. I entered the circle and I started visiting with each person, one by one. People really enjoyed petting me and telling me about the dogs they once used to live with. Many people told me that they loved dogs. When I was nearly done making my way through the circle, a man came into the room and sat down about 5 chairs away from me. I immediately went over to greet him and I raised my paw as if to say, "Hi, welcome." Everyone smiled. Everyone smiled. Annabelle's really good at shaking a paw or raising a paw. I don't think it's going to happen right now. She looks a little tired. So the man's name was Reuben. And here's a picture. Again, I hope you're seeing it. This is Reuben and Annabelle on the cover. Over the next 2 years, I would visit with Reuben every 2 weeks. We formed a very special relationship, and I became known at the center as Reuben's dog. We spent lots of time together, but I remember one time in particular. It was about 6 months after we first met, and I sat beside Reuben on the couch in the common area. As usual, he talked to me, stroked my fur, smiled at me, and for periods of time, we just sat together in silence. But this one time, he leaned over and whispered to me that he loved me. In response, I moved closer to him and gave him a gentle lick on his cheek. Later, I heard Colleen say to someone, it was like an after-school TV special kind of moment. Our visits continued for another 1.5 years. Then one day, when Colleen and I went to visit Reuben, he was not there. I could sense people were sad, including Colleen. I was too, and Colleen could tell. We went home, and I just laid on the living room carpet, chin on paws, like that, like only a bulldog can do. And I didn't want to do much of anything. When my other human came home, I didn't run to greet him like I usual. He knew I was sad too. It was really surprising, all of this to me, and how she sensed everything that was going on. And she knew. I don't have my glasses on. 2 weeks later, Colleen took me back to the center and I looked for Reuben. And 2 weeks after that, and 2 weeks after that, Colleen could tell that I missed Reuben and was grieved by his absence during each visit. So a different St. John's Ambulance dog started at the center, and Colleen found us a new place to volunteer. And I am loving it, including the visits that I have with this really special woman by the name of Georgette. And soon after, Annabelle also connected with Margie. Over time, Colleen has been very good at her volunteer job, making sure everything runs smoothly and that I and the people I visit with are always comfortable. Kisbey's laying on the ground there now. She reads my body language very well and knows when I am getting tired. In fact, some days she can tell I am too tired to go out and visit, and so we don't. I really appreciate that she sees me as an equal team member. It is what allows us to work so well as a volunteer team and to have the impact that we do. And this is one of literally thousands of stories that I have heard about the impact of therapy dogs, and there's about 12 others in this book. So I know on social media we put out a request for people to share the stories about their own pets, and we'd love if you can do that. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, we are on Instagram, and we have a video on TikTok which CCSA and the Mental Health Commission put together, and it's awesome. So that's it. Look, it must be time to finish. Annabelle's really falling asleep now. Going to use the pillow. I don't know if she's still in the frame, but we'll put her little head on the pillow there. Oh, she's up again, looking for a cushion. So thanks for watching. Please have a look at the poster and share it about the importance of pets as our family members. Again, you can find it on therapydogs.ca. And I want to end with just a huge thank you to CCSA and the Mental Health Commission of Canada for partnering with us on this really important project and to get this information out, because we need to recognize who the supports are and who we're supporting. So if you have any questions, you can write them in the comments and I'll look on Facebook Live later and I'll answer them, or you can send me an email. So take good care, stay safe, and please come visit us online. Hey Annabelle, are you tired? You did a good job?